everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody is living their best life, and if you're not, please take steps today on the path of living your best life. So today I'm going to be making some cheese pizza. So I already made the dough, and I'm going to leave a link in the description box down below of the dough recipe since it isn't mine, and I don't feel comfortable like sharing information that isn't mine to share, you know? So what you're going to need for this recipe, and we're basically just going to be making the sauce here and then adding the cheese. So what you're going to need is some Himalayan pink salt, some onion powder, some thyme, some basil leaves, rosemary, oregano, black pepper, 2 cans of tomato paste, a can or a jar of minced garlic, some garlic powder, some butter, a literal like brush to brush on the butter or the garlic butter onto the dough a little bit later, a knife, a cutting board, 2 Roma tomatoes, half of this red onion, and then if this is optional, but if you want to add a little bit of extra tomatoes for like toppings, then you can have 8 of the little cherry tomatoes. I was just using leftover tomatoes that I already had. And then I have some feta cheese, some mozzarella, and some wild cheddar, or some mild cheddar. Alright, so let's get started. Okay guys, so to start off with, we're going to go ahead and cut up, well not like cut up, but just roughly chop up these Roma tomatoes as well as half of this red onion, because we're just going to add that into the blenders to make the sauce. In this recipe, it does not require any like stove action, because I'm not going to be cooking the sauce before I put the sauce on top of the pizza, just to preserve a little bit of that extra flavor. So you can go ahead and put that half of the onion up. Again, no need to thinly chop them up because it is just going into the blender. So let's do like 4 squares. Go ahead and dump that into the blender. And then it'll be the same with the tomatoes. Just cut it in half. Cut that part in half. And then make 4 little squares. And then go ahead and dump that into the blender. And I'm predicting that this is going to be like a little bit of extra sauce that's going to be left over. So what I'm going to do with it, at least, I'm going to just make it into pasta, or just make some pasta on the side. And then just have that as a pasta sauce. Tweak it however I need to tweak it, but if you have any excess, that's just all you got to do. Okay, so now we got everything in the blender, and we're going to go ahead and add the 2 tomato paste cans. For this, since it is thick, I'm going to have to put the camera down, and then I'll be right back. Alright, and then in this bowl, I already mixed together all my seasonings that I'm going to use. So I'm going to be using 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of oregano, 1 teaspoon of rosemary, half a teaspoon of basil leaves, 1/4 teaspoon of thyme, and then I'm going to just add in the minced garlic, which I'm only going to add in half a teaspoon of minced garlic. And then all the ingredients and everything that I'm using is going to be down in the description box, and I'll just list out all the ingredients. Alright, so you can just go ahead and dump that into the blender. And then go ahead and get half of a teaspoon of minced garlic, and then you'll be ready to blend. In the last clip, I know that I said I added only half a teaspoon of that minced garlic, but as I was looking at how much sauce I was actually making, I decided to just do a full tablespoon. So you can go ahead and start blending it up. And then go ahead and preheat your oven to 375. While you're waiting for the oven to preheat, you can go ahead, and if you are choosing to have a little bit of extra tomatoes for a topping, you can go ahead and start slicing them up. Before we add the sauce into the pizza, I am going to go ahead and add some butter and some garlic, black pepper, and then salt. Well, by garlic, I mean garlic powder, into this little bowl and microwave it for a second, and then I'm going to brush it on over here. Be back in 1 second. And honestly, you guys, I just eyeballed how much salt, pepper, and garlic powder to add. I will leave the ingredients down below. Then now it's time to add the topping of cheese as well as tomatoes. So I read up online that if you add a thin layer of cheese to begin with and then you go ahead and add your toppings, the toppings will stick better. So I'm gonna just do that. So by this time, the oven has already preheated and it's already nice and warm. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the oven. I'm gonna start off by just giving it 20 minutes of cooking and then I'll check. Well, actually, I'm gonna start off slow. So I'm gonna give it 15 minutes of cooking and then I'm gonna check. And then I'm gonna do another about 10 to 15 minutes. And then I'll leave down how long it actually took to cook this. Alright, so let's go ahead and put this in the oven. Alright, so this is the time on my phone, 1:29 p.m. So at about, what's 15 minutes plus like 1:30? At like 1:45, I'm gonna go ahead and check the pizza to see if it's ready. And then if it's not, I'm gonna just let it go for another 10 minutes. And then if it's still not, let it go for like 5 minutes. But it'll be done soon. Alright, when you guys see me again, you'll see a fully finished pizza. Alright, man, it's been 15 minutes and this is what we're looking like. It's definitely not done yet, but it looks so good. I can't lie. It smells so good. I wish you guys could smell it, but if you are making it at home, you definitely smell it. So I'm gonna give this another 10 minutes. So I'm gonna check back with you guys at 1:55 and we'll see where it is then. Alright guys, it's been 10 minutes. So it's about 1:56 right now. And this is what it's looking like. So I am going to poke like a little stick in the dough just to make sure that it's done. But from the looks of it, it looks completely done. I'm going to go ahead and take it out now. So that was about 25 minutes of cooking. Okay guys, so it's been 10 minutes since that's been cooking. Well, 25 minutes in total. So I'm just going to let that cook a little bit longer and then it'll be ready to take out. So I'm going to give it another 5 minutes, making it a total 30 minutes of cooking time. And then we're gonna try it. Okay guys, so it's been 30 minutes and this is what it's looking like. So I'm about to cut into the pizza. Oh, you can already start to see some of like the string of the cheese coming through. And it already has like a really nice, like I can already tell it's gonna have a nice crunch towards the end of the crust. I'm gonna get the broken piece. This one got all broke up. But look at that cheese right there. So here's the moment of truth. Let's see if it passed the shoulder pop test. I'm more gonna be testing out if the dough is actually good rather than like if the pizza's good, because this smells good, it look good. Alright, let's see. It passed the shoulder pop test. No. In my opinion, it tastes better than store-bought. Like the crust, it isn't 100% like soft, but it has that nice crunch factor to it. but it's not like burnt, you know? Like, you know, sometimes when you get pizza, you know, sometimes when you get pizza and the crust is all burnt, this isn't the case. Yeah, I highly recommend trying out that vlogger's recipe when it comes to this pizza dough, because it's actually bomb. It's not too sweet, not too salty. Just tastes like bread. As it should. Be careful, you guys, when you eat it though, because bro, it will burn you. Anyway, before I get carried away, this is the end of the video. So I hope everybody has a blessed life. And with that being said, peace, love, and light to you all.